You've tuned into the Millennials Anonymous podcast.
And yes, it is your girl Lise Winnie, and I am a fucking millennial. Today we got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
As your girl Lise gets you hyped and real
comfortable. They need to be comfortable.
WRDR and we're 98.4 FM.
I'm gonna have to throw this bitch in the river. Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new episode of Millennials Anonymous podcast. Yes, it is your girl Lise Winnie, and I am a trucking millennial. And you probably like, wait, pump the brakes, break dishes, throw it out the window, whatever you got in your kitchen, stop the record. Is this a clone Lise? You know, is this a clone Lise? Because we just left the Twilight Zone in 2020. So we want to know if you threw that Lise away and you came over as a clone saying some trucking. No. Okay, this is me. This is I, Lise. Here, and I know you usually hear me say all kind of cuss words, okay? That you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So today I got a guest. So you know when I have a guest, I be on my bestest behavior. I can make up words. You know, I maybe can't cuss, but I can make up words. So I'm going to be on my bestest behavior. Okay. So the person that we have, you're going to be excited when you hear too. They don't use profanity like I do. You know, profanity is the language that I speak. I speak English, Ebonics, and profanity. So I'm multilingual. I can speak multiple languages, and I'm proud of that. But I'm trying to take a page out of this person's book, because you can monetize more if you don't use so much curse words. Like on audio, it's fine, okay? But when you start doing video, you gotta be better with it, okay? So I don't need to curse every 15 seconds, so I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna try to hold all my bombs, the F-bomb, the S-bomb, the A-bomb, all the bombs, the N-bomb. I'm gonna try my damnedest. I can say damn, you can say that on cable TV. Truck it, okay? Look at that, it almost came out, but I got it. Plum sickles, okay? I'm gonna try this, and we're gonna see. This is one of the New Year's, sidebar. And for those of you who are new to the show, welcome to the meeting. The meeting has convened. I am on the box today. I'm at the podium. You know, this is like an anonymous meeting, okay? So we all will get a chance to speak, but I speak first. I'm gonna talk, okay? Sidebar to a sidebar for the new people to the meeting. If you've not been to a meeting before, it means I am in the middle of a point while I'm proving a point. I'm bringing up another point. So it's when you got to make a mother trucking point while you making a mother trucking point. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. See, I caught it again. Oh, this is going to be a long day. But that's what sidebar to a sidebar means. So sidebar to a sidebar. I don't do New Year's resolutions because every year it's the same. Every year I want to lose weight. Every year. Some years I hit it. Some years I don't hit it. But every year is I want to lose weight. It's the same goddamn thing. Plus, sidebar to another sidebar to the sidebar. Okay. Now we're in the judge's chambers, I guess. Y'all don't need to make no goddamn New Year's resolution. You can start this at any time. If you gotta wait till the beginning of the next year to get your dream started or to lose weight, you wasn't serious about it anyway. Like, let's just be real. Like, you wasn't serious. That's like people say, I'm gonna wait to go on a diet on Monday. No, you not. You know it ain't gonna happen. I've been there, okay? I've been there. You're gonna eat them cookies as soon as you wake up in the morning. I'm telling you. If you gotta wait till Monday, if your willpower don't show up like until your check hit, you know, like a check be hitting in your account, like that stimulus we ain't seen. If that's how your willpower is, you probably ain't gonna make it. Like I'd hate to say it to you, but you just ain't. So just fuck it. Just eat the cookies because it's it. Your willpower gotta kick in at that moment. You know you gotta change. That's when you gotta make a change. But I don't do them. So, but one of the things I did say I was going to do is stop using so many curse words. They say only stupid people curse because you have such a small vocabulary. So I didn't told y'all I'm dumb than a mother trucker. Like I'm dumb than a mother sucker because I curse all the time. It's just how I do. And this is going to be difficult, but I'm going to try because, you know, you don't want to mess up your bag, you know, like I said, on audio, it's fine. Video, not so much. So if you want to be better and monetize more, you got to stay away from the bad words. So that's where we're at. Plus, I'm excited because, like I said, my guest today, she sunned all. If you on visual, like if you are consider yourself a YouTuber, okay, if you consider yourself a YouTuber, she sunned you, okay. If you consider yourself a visual podcaster or whatever, she sunned you. She's one of the originals, okay? She is an originality of YouTube. She helped to bring these viral videos and viral content. This person alone has over 800 million views. Yeah. One person on YouTube alone. And that is Miss GloZell, okay? Miss GloZell is here. And she was like, you said my name right. I was like, yeah, that's because I yell a lot, you know, because that's just how I talk. So everything is emphasized. So it wasn't necessarily that I saw the Z. It's just that's how I talk. But I said it right. So Miss GloZell is here to Glow from the GloZell Show. She has a brand new show, 1,000,000 Stories. I'm so excited for you guys to hear about her story. I learned a lot from her on this interview. I learned a lot from her from watching her show. So make sure not only do you go out and you support her YouTube if you've not followed already, make sure you go and make sure that you support 1,000,000 Stories because they are telling financial, listen, they are giving you financial advice in language that we speaketh, okay? So they're telling you about, you know, you sitting there, you got $15 in your account, $15.50. Let's just make it real, okay? You got $50. Let's say you got $15.27. That sounds more real, okay? And you at this counter and you about like, you know, do I want this Starbucks? I really like the Starbucks, even though this shit costs about. See, I dropped one. God dang it! You know, it costs like, you know, $12, okay? This cup of coffee costs like $12, you know, for a venti. And I really want it. But they be having, like, trust me, then Richard Sherman come on the screen and he be like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Keep that in your pocket. You know, you can make coffee at your house or maybe go to Dunkin'. You know, America drives on Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'. They don't drive, it run. America runs on Dunkin'. $2. Okay, if you must splurge, at least splurge smart. $2. And then Richard leave off the screen. That's what I'm saying. Like they got some stories and they telling you this information and speak that we understand. And it's entertaining as heck. Okay, I almost said it, but I didn't. But I guess you could say hell. Yeah, you could say hell. Yeah, it's in the Bible. So, you know, it's entertaining as hell. Okay, so make sure you go and you support them and you follow them as well. So I hope everybody had a great holiday as well. I know I did. I told y'all I got my kids everything that they wanted this year for the most part. And just like I said, I was sitting there like a proud mom. I was so happy. They were happy. Everybody, my husband was happy. Everybody was happy. Like, and yeah, I got some gifts too. I wasn't even expecting. I got a purse. I got shoes. I was like, oh, tears. When you give it to the world will give it back to you. And I'm so excited about it. I was dreams and hopes. And if you don't know, I don't need gifts. I'm not materialistic. Look, I got on look, this is what I wear. I wear sweatpants, sweat clothes, workout gear all day long. Like under this it's cold where I'm at, but under this I have on a gym shirt, okay? And y'all probably seen that shirt before. Yeah, I don't got no goddamn money, so I rewear clothes, damn it. And I don't splurge. I'm not a splurger, but I don't get gifts that often. So if you want to give me the gift, listen, you can mail me a gift. Okay, I'm put on screen. That's my P.O. box. Anytime you like, man, I'm sitting here and I think Lise might want this shirt. Or somebody's going to send me cannabis oil. Lise might want this cannabis oil. Just send it to me. The only thing, don't send me like crack or bombs, stuff like that. Like no drugs and stuff, you know, pornographic. And I don't need that. Okay, you keep that. But if you want to send me stuff like a shirt or shoes, like you make it now, my feet, I got huge feet. Okay, huge feet. truly huge feat. But like me and Bigfoot is weighing about the same size. I'm just telling you, I'm not that, like, I'm about 5'7", but my feet are huge. Like, I have the fit of maybe a man that's 6 feet. Like, I just do. But send me a gift certificate and I'll go and get you something. You can always email me if it's electronic. You can just send it to info@millennials.us. I will get it. Okay, I will respond to it. So make sure you send it over there. So send that over there and I get it. Okay, or whatever. I'll get it or whatever. So anyway, let's move past it. I hope all of y'all had a great holiday. And I also want to give a big shout out to the Cannabis Nerds, Ashley the Cannabis Nerd, and Miss Karen L. We did do the New Year's Eve special, had a really great time. It was so much fun. I told y'all I might air it on here, but I'm not. It doesn't play well on audio because there's a lot of stuff on the screen that helps the transition. So I was like, I'm not. But I shout out to her, Ashley, the Cannabis Nerd, super funny, entertaining. She got a book coming out. Matter of fact, she has a book coming out next week. Ace's Medicine. So make sure you go out and support. She's doing this independently. So make sure you go out and support her. If you are an educator, a teacher, this is a great book for you. So make sure you go to her website, which is just cannabisnursingsolutions.com, and you go and get her book. She's so dope. Dope. Like I said, we're working on Stigmatized. We only have one episode, so I need to get on her. We need to get another episode of Stigmatized because people need to know about medical cannabis and the importance of medical cannabis and what it is and all of those types of things. So we do. So I asked him to be calling you. And shout out to Karen L. She just launched. Everybody that I know is doing something but me. Like, I don't have no line. I don't have no book. Like, I tried to write a book. Listen, I have so many books that are unfinished. Okay, I have so many unfinished books. Maybe I should just put them together. None of them make sense. Like, I wrote a children's book, never published. Matter of fact, I wrote 2 children's books, never did anything with it. It's just sitting in my Google Docs. I started so many self-help type career books because that was where the industry, with the nonprofit where I came from. So I started so many of them. A couple books, just fictional books. Like I just started so many books and I've never finished one. I should put them all together. The children's books with the adult books. Just make it just confusing as fuck. I did it again. God damn, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try this. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know. I already failed my New Year's resolution. But you make sure you go. That's so dope. I'm proud of her. And same thing, I'm proud of Karen L as well, because Karen launched a lingerie line. It started January 2nd, I think it launched. So make sure you go to saithloud.com so that you can also support her. Also independent, both female businesses, both African-American businesses. So make sure you go out and you support both of those lovely ladies and all of the things that they're doing. And we had a great time on the New Year's Eve special. Also shout out to Royce Massengale. He stopped through from Royce's rant. Shout out to them. And shout out to Josh Lovett, who is his producer, who also, he didn't stop by, but he shared the content and everything. So shout out to him and all the people over there and my Tennessean people. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Marissa J, who's also Tennessean. I'm calling y'all Tennessean. I have no idea if that's what the fuck it's called, but shout out to y'all. Okay, shout out to the Tennesseans. They're dope. I love y'all down there. I've only been in Nashville one time. Okay, and it was on a business trip. So I didn't really get a chance to explore that. Like I did go to downtown. Like I had some downtown. I did go to downtown Nashville, but I only went. I don't even know what the hell it's called, but it's like a strip. It's like Vegas. Like it's this little strip of like music clubs and shops and stuff. And I only went there. Like their downtown compared to the downtown where I live is so clean. I was like, oh, this is the city. Oh, okay. I thought this was the county. I wasn't sure. This is beautiful. There's no trash, and I didn't see any crackheads. It was lovely. It didn't smell like piss. I was like, okay, all right. This is different, but shout out to y'all. Okay. Shout out to y'all. So thank y'all all for stopping through. Also, big ups to Dylan from the On and Off the Field podcast. He sent me a clip, but I didn't get a chance to put it in because the show was already edited, but we will air that. I'm going to air it separately. So shout out to him. They are the champion. M.A.P.S Media's Next Best Podcast champion. So make sure, they have been growing like crazy. They are such a great show. Make sure you support them if you've not already had a chance to go and like and watch their content. So dope. So make sure you go out and support them as well. So since I plugged so many people, I did my duty. Okay, I did my duty today. I feel like a wonderful person since I've done so much. Let me get to these top 10 trending topics so y'all can get to this GloZell interview, because I know that's the only reason why y'all here, and that's okay. I don't mind it. You can use me while you get to the end. Use me, baby. That's okay. I'm okay with that. All right. So let's get to these top 10 trending topics so I can give you this news so you can go on, so you can get that interview, because I know that's what you came for. So let it be. Let it rain. Rain on me, baby. So let's get to the top 10 trending topics. All right, so let's see what's going on in the news. So Miss Nancy Pelosi gets elected again. Yes, again. She will be the House Majority Leader of the 117th Congress, despite a narrow lead by the Democrats in Congress. So we will see what happens with this. Nancy. She had a good week, but then she also had a bad week, because Miss Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell's houses got vandalized over the weekend. Yes, they did. So apparently Americans are not happy with Mitch McConnell or Miss Nancy Pelosi over the fact that they could not reach a deal on the 2,000 smackaroos that Americans were supposed to be getting. On Mitch's property in Louisville, Kentucky, they wrote, "Mitch, where's my money?" Yeah. Now, like I said, Mitch's house. You know me, I would have rhymed that by now. Okay, just fill in the blanks, take out the M, put that in. I would have said that at least 3 times by now, but I didn't, because I'm being good. Okay, I'm being very nice, and I'm not gonna do that. But Mitch's house, first of all, sidebar to sidebar. First of all, we should not be vandalizing anybody's house, okay? Let's not do that. Because first of all, I'm almost certain he got a nest or a ring. He's been in Congress for at least 577 years. So I know that he's making decent enough money that he's got a nest or a ring. So you probably about to get locked up. Okay, like, they got locked up, they ain't letting you out. They ain't letting you out, you getting locked up. You about to get locked up. Okay, so that don't make sense. And I know Nancy, she the third highest paying person in Congress. I know Nancy Pelosi got a ring. No, Nancy don't got no ring. Nancy got a nest. Okay, that's connected to her checking and her savings. Okay, that she got a whole nest. Okay, she got a nest. The ring, battery operated. No, not Nancy. Nancy don't do nothing. Not Nancy. Nancy got that connected. Okay, it's connected to her power source. So y'all about to get locked up. That don't make sense. Don't be vandalizing people's houses. That makes literally no sense. I get it. You upset. I get it. But Nancy, because she was fighting for y'all. Like, this literally makes no sense. Like, yeah. So I'm like, what? Listen, that makes no sense, okay? It just don't be making no sense. But people were mad about the next topic that we got, which is the $2,000 stimulus package that we were supposed to get of Americans. So Mitch McConnell said, nah, I don't think y'all need that $200. I'm gonna go ahead and send you this little I'm gonna send you this funky $600. You better take it. And you better not go out there. You better take this money and make it last. $600 should last a family of 4 for at least 27 years. And that's how he feels. Okay, that's how he feels. And I don't know if because Turpins don't spend a lot of money, because I know he's part Turpin. I can't prove it, but I'm certain he resembles, and because he slightly resembles, I'm sure down the line he probably is partially Turpin, okay? But that nonetheless, he said that y'all should be able to live off of this $600 for at least 27 years. Now, listen, I get it. A lot of y'all are upset about the $600 that they passed, okay? That they said, first of all, you talking about where's your money? Where is our money? They said it was supposed to come out last week. Did anybody get an electronic transfer? I know I didn't see shigganies. I didn't see anything. We shan't do that because I didn't get anything. Did you? I know I didn't. But anyway, I know a lot of y'all was upset. I get it. And I had this conversation with someone, and they were saying that how upset they were about the $600 and they can't live off the $600. Sidebar to a sidebar. Okay, I'm gonna push that. Sidebar to a sidebar. Listen, and I'm probably about to upset some of you. Okay, all the people that was on my timeline was still working. Not one of them was impacted by COVID. Not one of them lost their job. They didn't lose hours. They didn't lose sleep. They didn't lose shigganies. They didn't lose Nathan. Okay, they was the ones on my timeline talking about I need $600. I can't live off $600. I can't live off this $600. And the conversation I had with this person, it was this $600, it ain't, they spending money over here, and they spending money over there, and they spending money over here, and this is all the money that we got. And I'm like, listen. And he was like, and everybody's upset about this. Everybody would like more money. Yes, the American people should have gotten more money. First of all, we pay a dumb load amount of money in taxes. And in certain places, we pay an extra dumb load of taxes. But the people that weren't complaining, the people who was impacted by COVID, like some of y'all literally wanted them to not pass this bill with benefits and unemployment benefits that would have stopped for people who don't have any money at all. Like, we're not talking about the people y'all just want to go out there and buy Jordans and Xboxes or PlayStation. They just came back in stock, by the way. FYI, blink, blink, hint, hint, wink, wink. I don't know where they got them at, but they said they got them. And I get it. Y'all want to buy that, and you want to buy Gucci socks, and you want to stand in the Family Dollar in a fur coat like I've seen the meme. I got you. But this is supposedly, we trying to help the people that were impacted by COVID. This money is supposed to help people who were impacted. This money is supposed to help people that was impacted by COVID. Because I hate to break it to y'all, this money ain't growing on trees. So in a couple years, our taxes gonna be sky high, and then y'all gonna be saying, oh, why is our taxes so high? Because you wanted $600 to buy a goddamn PlayStation. That's why our taxes gonna be higher than a sum gun. Now, I think that everybody who needs this money should get this money. I think, like I said, universal basic income, I don't mind it. So if they gonna give this money out, we might as well consider universal basic income. Give us all $1,000 a month. Is it $1,000 a month, or is it $1,000 a year? I don't remember. I think it's a month. Give us all that, okay? If y'all gonna do this, you might as well keep it going. Just give us $1,000 a month, okay? In universal basic income. I don't mind it, okay? But I'm just telling y'all, the same people that are saying you want the $600 is the same people that be complaining about paying y'all taxes, okay? Y'all, I need for y'all to understand that. And Young Thug notched JayZ and Andre 3000. And he also knocked the UK gangsters. I suppose. I don't know what's going on with Young Thug, okay? I don't know what's going on with Young Thug, but apparently Young Thug is going through something. All right? He's going through something, because when he said that JayZ don't have 30 hits and he does, now I started counting. I was like, wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 carry the 1 divided by 2 minus 3 parenthesis Yeah, I don't see 30 hits from Young Thug. Like, I don't see it. I was trying to name the songs that he had, and it couldn't come to my mind. So when he says name, JayZ songs, I was like, I had a couple that came to my mind for JayZ right off the bat. Young Thug, I can hum it, okay? I can hum the tune. I can hear it in my mind. I think he was in Low. Was he in Low? That was Juicy J song. I think he was in that. But no, Young Thug, we're not doing that. And when you said you've never heard of Andre 3000, that is the lies. Like, listen, if you was like 20, I could see it. But aren't you like 30? Listen, you grew up to Hey Ya. You grew up to Miss Jackson. You heard all these songs. Like, stop it, Young Thug. Stop it. Like, we're not going to do that. And he came back and he apologized real quick to the gangsters in the UK because then he forgot that they got gangsters everywhere. And I don't know if you want to mess with the gangsters overseas. We don't know what they about. Okay, sometimes you just don't be knowing what they be about over there. So, like, don't be doing that. But he apologized to them real quick. So hopefully he'll apologize to JayZ and Andre 3000 and SoHo Karen Miya Ponsetto, who was 22 years old, who falsely accused Keon Harrell's teenage son of stealing her phone in SoCal. She has had a couple run-ins with the law. So this is not a new thing for her. People were photographing her out because I guess she was out on Sunday and her mom was doing interviews. Her mom has also been arrested for drunken conduct. This has got to stop. I can't, like, we had this conversation about the Karens. Shout out to Karen L. Like I said, she's dope. We like you, Karen. I know a couple dope Karens. But if you out there just doing the most, like if you are a white woman and you just out there doing the most, like we need you to just sit down. Like this, we don't need it to continue. This is ridiculous. There's more than one cell phone and this is the same thing. Okay, it's the same people that vandalized Mitch and Nancy Pelosi's house. Listen, SoHo Karen. You about to get locked up like Akon said. That's all I know. And Nashville got a lot going on down there. Speaking of Nashville, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Tennessee again. Big ups to Tennessee. But y'all got a lot going on down there. So apparently 2 people decided to jump off of a hotel building for New Year's Eve. Yeah, they did this on a Friday at the Grand Hyatt in downtown Nashville. And they parachuted, backpacked off. They didn't die. They parachuted and backpacked off of the side of this building and they took a leap of faith. They both lived. Apparently, I guess they'll get locked up because I guess that's illegal to jump off a building. And Ted Cruz is, speaking of taking a leap of faith, Ted Cruz and 11 other Senate Republicans said on Saturday that they will vote objections to the Electoral College results on Wednesday. Yes, when Congress convenes in a joint session to formally count the vote. So GOP senators Ted Cruz of Texas, Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, James Lankford of Oklahoma, Steve Daines of Montana, John Kennedy of Louisiana, Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, a lot of Tennessee on this list, Mike Braun of Indiana, Senator-elect Cynthia Loomis of Wyoming, Roger Marshall of Kansas, Bill Hagerty of Tennessee, Tommy Tuberville of Alabama said in a joint statement that they will vote against accepting the election results until there is a 10-day audit. I don't know what the purpose of this is. I don't get it. It's kind of silly at this point. I'm like, we all know his own attorney general said that there was no election fraud. Why the hell are we doing this? Like, why are we doing this? I don't know. Just stop it. Just stop it and sit down. And a more contagious COVID-19 strain has been identified in the UK, and now it is here in the US, and it is around the globe. They're saying that this strain is actually threatening to overburden the healthcare system because the vaccine just rolled out, but they don't know if, just like the flu vaccine, if this strain will actually be covered under this vaccine. So that we don't know. And they're calling this new strain, which has been found in 33 countries, B117. Now, listen, Now we got a brand new strain of corona. I need y'all to sit in the house. Like you're doing the most. You still going to the club. You're out there with your family. Y'all doing the most. Now we have COVID vaccine. Not the vaccine, Lord Jesus. We have COVID strains that sound like Star Wars creatures. I need y'all to sit down. Like he sounds like R2D2 friend. Like this is a lot. Okay. We getting into it where this is starting it now to be B117s. This just is a lot. I need for y'all to stop it. Just sit down so that we can get rid of this. Don't y'all want to go outside? I know I want to go outside. I want to go outside without a mask on. Do you? I don't want to be a superhero and no more. I don't want to be in Mortal Kombat no more. Like I this was okay, but the last year I don't want to be, Melina no more. I don't want to be that no more. I'm tired. And they're saying that several nations have also identified additional variants. And they said they first identified this additional variants in South Africa. I don't know if I don't know. Africa been down there minding their own goddamn business. It's like y'all just always got to bring Africa in this. I don't know. And Good Housekeeping says the 10 most common New Year's resolutions are to exercise more, lose weight, get organized, learn a new skill or hobby, and then live life to the fullest, save money, and quit smoking. So this, like I told y'all before, y'all don't need a New Year's resolution. Just do it. Whatever it is, you could do it at any time. So if you think about it now, like it just popped in your head, like, boop, maybe I should stop smoking. Just stop smoking, or at least start to go to get some help to stop smoking. You get what I'm saying? Like if you know that it's a problem, go make a doctor's appointment and then see how I can go into maybe a rehab or something like that. Like don't wait until the next year to say, okay, well, my New Year's resolution is to save money, but I also need to quit smoking, so I'm going to have to wait till 2022. Like, no, just stop it. You don't need to wait till the next year. All right? And the Verzuz battle is set to happen this Saturday. Yes, on January 9th, we will finally get Ashanti versus Keisha Cole. Love, and I knew. So it's coming. Like I said, I think Ashanti got this. She has more commercial hits. I don't think that the battle is about the range. I think the battle is about the song. And clearly, to me, I think Ashanti got this. Shout out to Keisha Cole. She got a, great show over there at Fox Soul. So shout out to her. But when I was growing up, I fucked with Ashanti. That's just all it is. I did. Ashanti was my girl. Shout out to Ashanti. I appreciate Ashanti. Happy was my song. It was my jam. Like I said, we know that we all gonna be sad when it's over because we gonna know that he don't love us. He don't want us. He cheated. He lied. Matter of fact, I think Keisha had that in the same song. He lied and he cheated. I think it was in the same song. But I guess if he would have cheated and he didn't lie, would he? I mean, I don't know. But I shout out to them. I will be watching this because it definitely is my kind of music. But this has been the top 10 trending topics of the week. So let's get into that GloZell interview. Yes, honey. Yes, I only cursed like 7 times. So yes, honey. Yes. All right, so we have a guest today. I'm so excited because I've seen this person on YouTube. I don't know how many times. I've watched every video. I've seen the cinnamon challenge. I've seen the push-up bra. I've even seen her I think she got frozen. Was it cryo? I think it was. How are you doing today, Miss GloZell?
Hello, this GloZell. Is you okay? Is you good? Because I want to know. Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. And yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I am doing so good. And just so you know, my name is Lise. Because I know some people, I've been called Lies. I've been called...
Lise. Yes. Well, I was just about to say, thank you for getting my name right. Because there's a capital in the middle. No one ever... I think this is probably the first time it's ever been right.
Seriously?
Yes. So I was just about to talk about my name and you talked about yours. So yes, Lise.
Oh, okay. That's it. Lise. We both know. We know. We go through it.
Yes.
go through it. But I want to ask you, because we know GloZell. However, that's not all of who you are. That's a part of who you are.
I love your accent. That's a part.
Yes. See, you can hear it. You can hear it. It's a part of who you are, but it's not who you are. Tell us, how did Lynette Green from Orlando help birth a job title, YouTuber? Like, how did you do that? You helped create a whole lane, a genre of people. How did you decide to do this?
Well, what had happened was, it's like when you blazing the trail, you don't know you blazing the trail. You just like trying to live, trying to figure out, do your creative things. And then you look back and then people like, oh, okay. There's people growing up now that say, I'm going to be a YouTuber. That did not exist, like people didn't even have computers in their homes readily when I started. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned on a typewriter, like we had typing class. Like I'm that old. You know what I'm saying? So this is it. It was so new and so crazy, and then people thought like that's not a real job. Like what you doing? You just acting a fool. But people didn't mind people doing theater for free, but if you're doing like something on the internet and then people didn't understand, it's like, can you stop? You embarrassing the family? That's just so stupid. You just acting dumb. Like, oh, you gonna go see the president? My cousin, oh, she's so smart. I knew her way back then. She was always great. Oh, look at this picture of us. We in the bathtub together. So you have to ride something until it switched. Cause like I was hearing, in my mind, like this is the right thing to do, even though you didn't have anybody before you to show you that this was the right thing to do, or this is a path that's going to work. You're relying only on yourself.
So were you a comedian though? Like did you have that comedic background and then you were like, hey, I'm gonna make parodies, I'm gonna do this, and we're doing stand-up, or you were just funny your whole life?
I was funny my whole life, but goofy kind of funny. Like I do stand up and people ha ha he he, but like to tear the house down in a comedy club late night, they put me first, like let GloZell go first. She here on time. I show up on time.
So you did do comedy before you started making videos.
Yes, and I still do comedy now, but now it's my own audience. Like I don't. So I do my own thing, and that's great because I can fill up the comedy club by myself, and I can do it at 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon when my audience can show up and not mess up with the nighttime. Where like I feel like real comedians, like yo, I wish this mother would, and I'm like, and I was in church, and this was really funny, It's different. It's just like
so that's interesting that you actually were a comedian. You was like, well, I'm a comedian, but I don't know if that's my. That was not my lane.
No, late night was not my thing, and so when YouTube came around, it's funny because I want to tell people, like, if something's not working, it might be a reason. Like stand-up wasn't working for me, but when YouTube came and the internet, I'm like, okay, this is it. I can put up my crazy ideas here, my skits here that I'm thinking of, because it didn't work at stand-up. It didn't work at the late night, but I could put my ideas here, and then the audience came there. They just like, okay, whatever you want to do on the internet, there's somebody that'll watch you do it. I like to knit in blue. Well, you know what? There's a fan base. So like there was a whole world. Like we like this goofy middle-aged black woman. Who knew? The Showtime and Apollo didn't. I got booed there. But but the whole time I'm thinking like, I'm funny. I can't get, what was my vehicle? It wasn't this traditional vehicle, and it wasn't supposed to be that way for me.
You were at the Apollo and you was doing a comedy set and you said you got booed?
I got booed. I was up on stage with Tiffany let's see, Haddish.
Let's go with that.
Haddish, because I know some people who are last name is Haddish and it's spelled the same way. So Haddish, and I get it mixed up. And she beat me, and I was like, she beat me. That's okay because I'm gonna be famous and she won't. You know, I got that wrong.
You're both famous though. Hey,
I got that. So I just got it really wrong. And she wanted $25, and it still bothers me. Like I wanted that $25.
You gotta meet her though. Y'all gotta connect about that.
I love her. No, she's great. You know, every time I see her, I'm like, she won. She won. You know, and she's still winning. So that's great.
Y'all both famous though. But
thank you. I was like that. You know, stand up. Just really, it just, you know, that setup and going. Me, I'm more like a physical, like a Jim Carrey, like a people say Lucille Ball. I'm trying to think of somebody else who just like the setup is all physical and like, oh, you're falling and you do it like I'm more like that. And
okay. That like Chris Farley, like because he was very much in his physical. Okay, got you.
I'm more like that as opposed to a stand-up comic, a comedian, but a stand-up comic, and that I'm more. You know, like if you can't see me, then I don't know if you laughing because it's like, what? Because I'm very.
I could respect that, but when you put up that first video, because I know you said your family was like, what is you doing?
Yes,
like, exactly. I don't know what you're doing. But
and stop it! Not only I don't know what you're doing, would you please stop? You're embarrassing me. People are coming up to me like, "Isn't that your niece? Isn't that your cousin? Don't you know her?" No, I tell people, "No, I don't know you." Okay, thanks, auntie.
Ain't that some craziness? But once you make it and they think you got a little money, then everybody be like, well, see,
you
what
know,
happened was
she always been crazy. You know,
I helped her. I was in the back. You ain't see me. I was in the back. I had the
that joke is based on me. Yeah, I did talk about them. So there you go. I can take that.
What did you ever think you would have over 800 like when you posted that first video?
No, never. I thought maybe somebody, you know, Oprah or Steven Spielberg or somebody see me and and be like, oh, you know, Tyler Perry, somebody like, we'll put her in this something. I didn't realize that this would be the vehicle. It took me a long time because I kind of kept feeling like, well, somebody see it, and I didn't realize that was it. This was the new television. This is the new radio. This is the new thing, and it's here to stay. And that was great.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people thought it was going to be like a little trend and it was going to die out, but it has expanded. Now, I know at your highest level, you had 800, what's that, $1 per view? So you got 800 million in the bank.
You think you're funny. Was it Lies? Is that your name?
Yeah.
Okay. So, millions have gone through my bank account. And when I say go, you know, like gone, that's an action word. Like it's gone. It is. Because even though I feel like I'm older, you know, when you get some money, you're just like, I'm gonna get a Mercedes in this color, and I'm gonna live there. I need this gated community, but then nobody can see me in the gated community, so I gotta have something else to ride around so you can see me as I go to my gated community. And you know, like you just lose your mind.
Did YouTube help? But YouTube didn't do y'all the same way. I would have thought in the beginning that YouTube didn't take care of y'all the way that they. Well, YouTube still got its issues, but I feel like it's gotten better.
Has it got? Well, I'm like broke, so I don't know who it helped out. Like they could tell me something because Tupac said it best. He said, "F the fame, give me the money." Yeah, I'm just saying he is a philosopher of my life right now because I'm just like, thank you for knowing me. Cash out GloZell Green. Thank you very much.
There you go. You can put it if you want to put it on the thing. You put a Cash App. You can always change your name. Cash. Put the Cash App in there. Do it all.
$$ Cash App. That's GloZell Green. You find me. It's okay.
You know what's funny is like I know you said that you don't think a lot has changed with YouTube, but it seems like they have way more smart because that's why everybody jumped on the bandwagon. Everybody was like,
changed. It's changed from people going like, "Don't do that. That's stupid and dumb." To how can I do that? Right. I used to beg comedians. I'm like, look, you don't have to go out late at night, you know. But then, like, once I put my set out there, then everybody knows my set. I'm like, you can't come up with something different for 3-5 minutes, you know, like several times. So that's where
though what you because you got the secret sauce. So if we had a Big Mac, you would have the secret sauce to YouTube.
But because I wasn't happy where I was, like I wasn't the stand-up person. Usually, like the only one reason why I went into stand-up is because I wanted to do sitcoms, comedy, television. That's what I always wanted to do. That's what I was watching. And then all of a sudden there was a shift where comedians were getting shows based off what they were talking about. So here comes Ellen and Jerry Seinfeld, and you've got Bernie Mac. You've got all these people who were stand-up comics, who are Steve Harvey, who are now having shows, comedy shows. And I'm like, oh, that's what I have to do. You know, Ray Romano. It was all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I got to do stand-up so people can, and then I'll talk about my family, my life, and then that's how you get a show. You know, but I never was interested in being by myself, standing on stage, you know, like my nerves were shot. I'm like, oh, you know, I felt like I'm not really a true, like, to do this. My goodness gracious. They're like, how you do it? I'm like, my nerves. But once I get out there, I'm cool. But leading up to that, I'm like, I'm dying. And where other people can be like, hey, yo, no, okay, it's my time to go. Let me go. Me, I'm praying.
You can't tell though, because you got a big personality where you wouldn't know that. But you can wink your eyes 3 times. Just let us know, what is the algorithm that we need to be do it in Morse code. We'll get it.
For YouTube?
Yeah, wink your eyes for the algorithm.
It changes all the time. That was the issue, is that it's like I literally will go in and have meetings, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't even understand what they're saying. Everybody's getting younger. You know, you're going in, everybody is changing. And what I also want to say something about the internet is that they say that it doesn't go away, but different pockets go away. Because all of a sudden, like, here comes Vine. Vine was hot. Vine was super duper duper hot. And just as quick as it was here and making stars and making money, is gone. You know, and a lot of those people couldn't parlay onto YouTube or other things. Some people were Periscope stars. I was like, oh, wow, a Periscope star, you know, and then that's gone. I don't even know, you know.
It's closing down. Periscope is closing. In 2021, it won't even exist. So would you say that there's a difference? So now the big ones, I would say, TikTok.
Definitely. But but even TikTok was Musically. You know, Musically was big, and then here comes TikTok. I'm like, oh, that's just the same as Musically. And then they merged, and then you're like, whoa, TikTok. So, you know, you get all these things. I'm like, Instagram, I don't understand. I'm just gonna put pictures. What's the difference between this and Facebook? And my mama now. Okay, yeah.
Don't know the difference between Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is the Facebook for people who can't write. So they go to Instagram. That's the levels. But the funniest thing is that it's interesting to me. Are YouTubers, because I always wanted to know that, or do YouTubers look at the Instagram models or the Insta stars differently than they like, oh no, they ain't like us?
Yes, because you have your own little world, and then when it lasts, you're like, oh, I better get in there. You know, because like, I'm the queen of YouTube, and then here comes Instagram, like, you know, and I'm like, you know, can you subscribe? Like, you starting all over from the bottom. Like, okay, I've got 1 million on Instagram, and here comes Snapchat.
And OnlyFans.
And then here comes, you know, TikTok, and then that's really has some staying power. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's just really crazy because, like, Vine was huge. You know, like, so TikTok is huge, too. So, and meanwhile, YouTube is still here. So it's a potluck, and there's always some. Now it's like, are you on Clubhouse? Are you in Club?
Yeah, I got an Android. Okay.
See, you can't. You not. They gonna come up with their own club. So
the knockoff version.
Everything is changing. I do have to make sure that I mention my show, the GloZell Show, which you can find on millionstories.com, and also on my channel. I'm still there on my channel. Feel free to also cash out me. I am not ashamed of it. And so I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and of course YouTube.
Yeah, because she everywhere. She like red hot. You can put on anything. She everywhere. She everywhere. But I remember. So I wanted, because you were talking about your show. So the GloZell Show is on $1 Million Stories, which is interesting to me because it's a financial network, but it tells stories in a way that is entertaining and that you actually understand it. People like, just regular people like me, like, oh, that makes sense. I get you. I got you. Richard Sherman telling me I should save my money. Like,
right. And sometimes it's things that you know, and you just need to hear it in a different way. I used to say that about, like church is one book. Well, how many times we gotta go? It's the same book that you're talking about. But you need to, like, this is the day that you can hear something. So when you watch Million Stories, sometimes it's like, save your money. My mom tell me to save my money all the time. I ain't listening to her.
Right. But you're listening to you and Richard Sherman.
I'm gonna listen to, hey Richard, what's up? And maybe somebody listen to me like, that's what not to do. This is the ghost of financial, future. You better not do that. So let me pay attention. So sometimes, it's broken down in ways that there's a story, there's a show that can get to you. And of course, I'm on Faceplant on millionstories.com, and I'm also the GloZell Show. So.
That first episode, though, I'm going to tell you, it hit me because we watched all these Instagram models, YouTubers, they walking around like they balling. Like we thinking everybody is just balling out of control. Do you think that there should be more of a disclosure? Because when you said that you were outside of somebody else's house.
Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair now. Vanity Fair.
That was like, say what now?
Vanity Fair. That wasn't like, your local Gazette.
Right.
Just saying, I wasn't on just like the local news. So.
No, that's the real deal right there.
I'm talking a big time magazine, and I'm like, oh Lord, these people coming home. Can you take these pictures and leave, please? Because my mama explained. It was like, oh, these people are Vietnamese.
They wasn't even black.
Oh, they gonna be like,
you could at least fake it if they was like, that's my cousin. Oh my God.
Child, I was like, I know they come home at this time. I got to get out of this yard. Do you understand? These people are coming home with their children, and they're gonna be like,
who is this lady? Or no, they're gonna be like, it's GloZell.
So I was terrified. I was like, oh my goodness.
Do you think there should be more disclosure though because there's a lot of YouTubers think you get on here, you get some views, boom, you rip.
I don't know if that would even stop anybody, but I think that's the draw that like you're pretending, or you are spending all your money, like it's just. I don't think that they would. It would be great if they did. Like, look, this video, I'm in the red. It cost me too much to make, and it's always those big videos. I got all this, and you see 17,000 views when you thought you was gonna get 17 million views. And spend all this money on a video that didn't make any money.
Wow.
So like they still want their money. Like I went to my leasing office with my Vanity Fair.
The cover, is this enough?
Does this cup like it didn't cover a week? Like they didn't care. They didn't. My I don't know about your landlord. My landlord did not care because he's like, "Where are you? This not even the building." I'm like, "You got me." A show standing in somebody else's house.
Like you're not gonna give me your rent. You gonna give me this cover, and you're not even marketing my product.
You're not advertising. Okay, so millionstories.com. They'll get you straight.
Yeah, and you also interviewed Obama.
Yes.
You interviewed the president.
Yes.
Now, I don't know about all the extra, after and everything, but the president in 2015.
Yeah.
What was that like? Like, I mean, I would imagine. No, you met a lot of big people though.
But when I went to the White House, and it's still even crazy to say, it was a part of me that finally felt justified because so many people didn't understand YouTube, and I had a fan base that was younger, but like the people of my age or my mom's, the other family members that didn't understand what I was saying, like nothing made sense until like, the Obama, like Obama, like the black, like Obama, yes, that's when it was like, oh well, let me pay attention to, and my audience grew. Like I had young white kids. That's like I couldn't go to Beverly Hills, but I could go to Compton. Nobody cared. I could go to Inglewood here. Nobody cared. But I was going through TSA. Is it TSA? Yeah. To Washington. And on the way back, girl, I saw you in the credit kid. They winding me up. I'm like, oh, I saw you patting me down. You know, just to spend more time. I'm like, I'm being accosted here. You know, and so it was completely different. And then you're in the airport and they're showing the interview and you're standing there and people are like,
wow.
You like people who did not watch the internet and didn't see me from or know me from the internet all of a sudden knew me like that. So I thank you. Let's meet again. Let's meet up again. Former President Barack Obama.
He's free now.
You're retired, so you know you write books and when Netflix shows. You know.
Yeah, and you wrote a book too. So speaking of books, you wrote one.
Yes, Is You Okay? And it is, I think you can still get it on Amazon. So yes, and if you can't find it on Amazon, cash out me. I'm just saying that's a real thing. So yes, so I'm an author and I'm still doing my crazy YouTube videos. I'm there and I'm so excited with the GloZell show. And people are like, you keeping it real? I'm like, I had no other choice. You know, it doesn't matter when you're going through divorce and somebody like you were like I was at rock bottom. Just seemed like all I could do was talk. I felt like it couldn't get any worse when like Vanity Fair and the eviction notice come at the same time. Who am I faking that? What?
Right. Right. But did that push you into really becoming more successful? Because I know in your book, you really talk about your relationship. And I would imagine that would push you just that much harder to want to be successful.
Well, yes. One, out of spite, you know, revenge is great. Like, I want you to see me everywhere. Everywhere you go seize my face. On the billboards, when you getting your gas, they'll be like, hey, you know, in the little, I'm saying everywhere. And then after you get over that, you know, that's petty. You know? It's like
petty's okay.
Just a little bit of pettiness. Then you're like, okay, for real, like I need to survive. First, you know, it's like just kind of what to do. You know, like you feel like you made it, and now I'm tired. I already started over. Now I got to start all over again. You know, and then the pettiness and then the anger. Now I'm like, okay, I'm cool. It's good. Other people have been here. As I'm telling my story, other folks are like, I'm in this situation because there was a time this year. Was it this year? I was asking my celebrity friends, you know, like I need a place to stay. You know, my daughter and I, you know, if it was just me, I wouldn't ask, you know, because I had pushed past embarrassment. I needed a place to stay. And then I thought, maybe that'll be a reality show, like me living with so-and-so. Like, that's crazy, because I'm telling you, I've asked some of the people, you were like, I would have been interested to see you living with them or that. But I found out, one, people rent out their mansions, or two, they don't own them.
Oh.
Three, they got other people living in, renting out stuff. You know? Or you don't want to see how they really living. You know, so I also realized that, hey, I'm not in the boat by myself. Or another one, I'm like, you got this giant place, you won't even see me you won't even see us. You know, like, well, I got it on sale. You know, I'm putting it up for sale. Like, you know, you can't be in here when I'm trying to sell it. You know, like I don't need this place and I can't afford it anymore. I'm like, so there's a lot of faking people and people who don't talk to you. You know, there's a few people who remain, you know, like, hey, it's okay, or here, I'll give you a little something. I don't know a place you can stay, blah, 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 blah. And there's so many, but as far as celebrities, I would like to say the people who did not turn away from Yvette Nicole Brown.
For real?
Yes. Carney Wilson from Wilson Phillips. Amazing.
Okay.
I can't even. I'm only saying her last name, Robinson Pete. Why am I not?
Holly
Robinson Pete.
I don't know her, but she seemed dope.
Shanice and Flex, both of them. Shanice and Flex, and I'm just like, So that is, so I mean, it motivates me because I want to pay them back, for not turning their back on me. You're just like, I'm just checking in, just want to know if you're okay. I'm like, well, I'm not on the tent yet, because I was trying to like, where's this nice spot on the street where, at least I get some visibility. Somebody gonna be like, that's close in, let me take a picture, So I was like, that's where I'm going, But then million stories
that's good to see though. So I mean that people actually still reached out to you. Good people reached out because everybody not like that.
Right. And I have some really good friends, and then I have people who, just kind of went away. And then, you got a show, they try to come back. I'm like,
no, you sit down, sit all the way, have several seats, a whole stadium full, because you ain't coming back over here.
Exactly.
So you said you reached out to million stories, or did they say, hey, you doing something and I love it?
No, they did a story called Faceplant, and it's a show called Faceplant where you're talking, instead of for rags to riches, you're going from like riches to rags, like what you were up there and then what happened, and while they were filming it, I was going through it. I was like, I think I need to leave. I don't know where I'm going. Financially, I'm not there, but yet I need to have another house. I need to go, and I don't. So there was a lot going on, and I guess they're like, this child needs some help. But they also saw a potential story there where I can help other people.
Okay.
Because she is willing to tell all her tea. Nobody got to spill it for her. This chicken, she gonna tell it all. Well, they're older and white, so they probably don't talk like that, but still.
Well, you never know. You never know.
I think that, I don't know how to talk. So anyway. So they've been, we've always been in talks, and they were very kind and like, we want to tell you, your story, and this is where it is, your actual friends, and one and some YouTubers, and when I was mentioning people who didn't turn their back, I do want to mention there's Colleen Todrick.
Oh wow, okay,
and Candy Johnson, who was the
on the first episode.
Yes. So I mean, at 2:00 in the morning, I'm like, oh, and she was there. So there's some really great people, and I'm sure that somebody I'm gonna be like, can you mention this person? I forgot them, but
you can always let me know. I can go back in, like I told you. We can add it in, and it'll just be like, and so, like it'll. Right. We just make it weird. Just throw it in the middle. I wanted to ask you, kind of going backwards, because you said that a lot of, I guess you said Black people at the time didn't necessarily know you, but white people were like, we love her.
We love her.
Yeah. Did you ever feel like a pressure that you were fitting into a stereotype for white people?
Yes, I did feel that I was feeling it. Because, and it was so funny because I feel like, well, I am on the cheesier side, I'm just a goofier, lighter type of, and that's who's drawn to me. Now I happen to not, I feel like no one's threatened because, she's just, I feel like they just consider me dark white.
Dark white.
Like she can come to the company party. She's not down, with the homies, but she's brown. And so watch, I get a note from this, like, do not say this, do not say that, do not ever talk to Lise Lies again, because you got too comfortable, white people talk like that, so I'm just doing this is my last interview right now.
I'm sorry.
Make sure you catch it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's my problem. Like when you got somebody who talk, they talk, they say everything, So
that's why I love you. I love the openness and the honesty. Would you allow your daughter to do? Because, a lot of people who have been famous wanted another way to make money is throw your kid out there.
Right.
Now the kid got a YouTube.
Girl, don't make me I'll bring her in. She will tap dance for you. What? She knows how to do it. I'm like, get it. Somebody famous. Oh my goodness. But she's got Start R, because if somebody's getting a lot of attention, she has left me plenty of times. Like if the camera's over there, she just go over there. I'm like, Cedric don't know you. Cedric ain't begging for food for you. She's like that, Cedric in the chat, and she's like,
You should. I mean, if
pictures of her, like she likes the limelight. So,
she does.
So she gonna get the limelight, and eventually, when she older, she'll be like, "I'll take it from you." But right now, I'm just gonna get in the picture with you. I see the long-term plan. She for it. She already.
I like
she honor. She love her. You like. You don't know her. The cameras like her. That's where I'm gonna be. Whoever gets the attention, that's where I'm going. And they stop. They're not flashing you, Mom. I'm not gonna be with you.
So she already know.
She ain't loyal. But she ain't loyal. This chick ain't loyal.
Every kid wants a YouTube. That's what I was like. That would be dope. You could have She could be GloZell Junior.
Yes.
So you just thought it.
It is the family business, so I don't have a problem with it. The only thing is that people do come up to her. Like there's a safety issue where everybody already knows her. But my fans are very innocent. But you only take the one crazy person. But so that's it. So even though I can't afford the gated community, I'm still in here. And
you wouldn't push her away from doing this,
no. But I did 12 IVFs, in vitro fertilization, for her. So I told her she will have to become a doctor to get my money back. I'm just saying,
you owe me.
You owe me, test tube baby. You owe me. Frankenstein. I am getting this money back. This is why I'm in debt.
Kids expensive.
Especially when you have a surrogate and you get, there's a whole lot to it. So yes. And then I guess what? Well, the whole time I was trying to have you for years, I wasn't paying attention to your daddy. Now he gone. I just ain't winging around here. But that's okay. I'm gonna be on a billboard and I'm on him. And you'll wake up and just be like, I'm gonna be on the billboard.
I'm telling you,
okay, a little petty still there.
That's what I said. A little petty, just sprinkle it on everything you do, just a little bit every time. Like you said, you see me, it ain't gonna do right by you.
Yes. I put green lipstick on her, send her with her dad, and just things like
the
that.
Memories of me will always be here. You will never get rid of me ever.
Never.
Like Cardi said, never. So, GloZell, when does your show come on? How
you can catch all the episodes on millionstories.com and also on GloZell, my channel. You will see that it'll take you right to Million Stories. It'll take you right to the GloZell show, which is amazing. And of course, cash at me. And I'm there. I'm everywhere. I feel like I am the face now because of the time, because of COVID and all these lockdowns. There's a lot of people who are going from check to check to check to going to check to nothing. So I feel like now I'm not just talking for myself. There's a whole lot of people that are famous, that are not famous, that are in this situation that you won't know about.
Man, you are talking for the world. It's not just Hollywood. It's not just YouTube. You're talking for the world, especially now in COVID.
I need, Camila, Uncle Joe. We like, what's going on with y'all? I'm here. Talk to me. What are we supposed to do? Every month I'm in so much debt. Are y'all gonna expunge something? How do I get catch up? I don't even know how I would catch up at this point. And because of COVID, they can't kick you out. And I don't know how long that's gonna last. Because let's say I got $20,000. I'm so much in debt. That's, how do I catch up? And so I don't know how other people want to catch up. I have one child. Mm-hmm. How do people catch up with school and debt and in all whatever their situations is? And then people have illnesses and all kinds of stuff. And so I just want to say, you're not alone. I'm in it, and even though I might be looking cute because my weave is it was getting hot. I'm how long this interview? Because it
was regular.
I just needed a break. Okay, all right. It was hot. So, and I will not be editing this out. Okay, thank you very much, Lise Lice. Okay, so I hope to meet you, and we'll be in Maryland.
Yeah, you gotta come to Maryland, or I'll meet you in DC, so we can corner off Obama, so we can both get shot by the Secret Service. And
I thought for sure, because they said do not touch that man. I'm like, I'm gonna touch this brother. I'm like, you gonna have to kill me up in the White House. I'm saying that low so they don't hear me. I'm like, they're gonna have to get me. They said, we went through all this instructions. I was like,
They probably was
like,
like
a cousin, a cousin that landed in a helicopter, but a cousin, And he's like, GloZell, can you let me go? And all I heard was like, you know my name. It took my all not to pee on myself. I was like, do not pee on president. I was about to die. Do you hear me?
He peed on Obama. Oh no.
I was like, oh Lord, you don't know I got problems, So I was like,
that would have been a sight to see.
I was holding together. I'm telling you, I almost lost it. But he smelled good. He
looked like he smelled good. He looked like he smelled like dreams and hopes and
smelled like sandalwood and power, girl.
Woo, that's a good smell. A lot of men can't get that.
They can't. It don't work with their body chemistry. Like you tried it, you just sandalwood and stank. Like no.
It's just not working.
You're not. No. Mm-mm.
But I appreciate you. You can come back anytime you want. If you want to come back next week and the week after, you can do that.
I will be here. Well, I got nothing to do. I'm locked up.
We locked up like 8 months.
Ain't nothing to do. So what I'm gonna do? I'll be right here talking to you.
Come back. You got to come back. Make sure you go to her YouTube. She's still dropping hot fire on her YouTube and her show. She's gonna help you learn financial stuff so you can get your life together.
We're gonna learn together because I don't know what I'm doing. People like, you got a credit score? I'm like, where I get it? I don't know where I'm supposed to get it from. Can I get a discount on one? I don't know. Is 5 good? 8? I don't know.
Yeah. So we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn together.
We're gonna learn together. Yes.
You learn, I learn, we learn together. We're gonna get it together. So go to watch $1 Million Stories or her YouTube because she's GloZell everywhere. She's got one name, like Prince. One. Beyonce.
GloZell with a capital Z in the middle. So GloZell, you can watch the GloZell show on the GloZell channel on YouTube, millionstories.com. Follow me on all social media. I am there for you. And child, I'm on Clubhouse too. That's the newest one. And I don't know what I'm doing. So I'll be there and I can't figure out how to make the sound. So I'm just there. People listening to everything that's going on in my life. And I didn't think the mic was on. So,
You're entertaining. I can tell you. I'm going to find a way to get on Clubhouse. I don't even have Apple. I'm going to break in, my hack it, allegedly. And I'm going to get it. Allegedly. We're going to get in there. But I appreciate speaking with you.
Thank you.
Anytime.
All right. You've been great. I mean, I just clicked. I'm like, great. So I appreciate it. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to eat now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Millennials Anonymous Podcast. Yes, thank you so much to Miss GloZell. She was such a dope guest. Like I said, please go. I don't even know why I'm telling you to subscribe to her YouTube because you already subscribed. All them subscribers she got, y'all already followed her. But if you have not had a chance to follow her, go do that. Okay, go do that. Go follow Miss GloZell. She's so amazing. So dope. Make sure you go find 1 Million Stories online and on their website, which is just millionstories.com, I believe. So make sure you go and you find them as well so that you can watch those. Like I said, they have so many great shows. She has a show on there, the GloZell show, but she also has Facepalm. They have so many shows. So make sure you go, especially if you are money, like you want to save your money. If you say my New Year's resolution is to save money, go follow this network. Go do that so that you can get your money right. Because you're not alone. There's so many of us out there that, trust me, I spend more than I should. So I'm watching it. Okay. I will be watching it in my Scooby, eating my Scooby snack while I'm watching it. Which, by the way, sidebar to a sidebar. They actually do have graham crackers that look like dog food, which I'm like, why would y'all do that to kids? Like, that just... what, really? This what we doing? So the kids can now, you gonna confuse the kids and then they gonna be eating milk bones and stuff. Like, this is not cute. This is not good, but they do have it. It's out there. I don't know if they sell it for real because I got mine in a dollar store, but the dollar store be selling stuff that from 7-8 years ago and maybe they don't make it no more. I don't know. I don't got that kind of money, you know what I mean? But Anyway, so make sure y'all tune in to her and tune in to Million Stories. They so dope. And I want to give a big shout out to Chef Hip. He will be on next week. We talk food, we talk hip hop. Chef Hip of Baltimore. He is from Baltimore. We Baltimoreans together. Shout out. Also shout out to them Ravens. How about them Ravens? So shout out to them too. But make sure you tune in next week because we got so much more to talk about. I love him. He's so dope. So shout out to Chef Hip. If you've not had a chance to follow his Instagram, make sure you go to Chef Hip on Instagram. He's two P's, okay, in his name. So make sure you go out and you follow him on Instagram. So thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back again. I appreciate y'all. We love you. Stay safe out there. These is jokes, okay? All jokes, all love to everybody, but shout out to y'all. Peace.